When you design, does function or comfort play a big part in design? Or when do you think about the function? At the beginning or in
No,
the middle of
In the end,
the
at
end,
the end?
it's fun because our work starts from the material. I guess the material plays an important role in our work. It's a kind of flirt with them, what we can extract from them. Then comes form, function, but all those elements are very important in this process because otherwise it's going to be just sculptures that people cannot use.
but we always say that material dictates the form and the function of what we are going to do.
What is your background? I think you have pretty different backgrounds.
Yes, I was a lawyer. I graduated in law, but when I left the school, I started working with my hands. I thought I was going to be an artist, a sculptor, and then he's an architect.
I was graduating in architecture and I had a background in the Art Biennale of São Paulo. So when he asked me to give him a helping hand as a delivery guy, I stayed there for 25 years now.
I guess the career arrived until us. We didn't want to be designers. Little by little, gradually, but since very with the roots, I start working. I told to myself, I want to construct my life with my hands. And with my hands, I learned how to the industrial process also, how to get in contact with a big company like Alessi or Edra. That
I think it's still a quite satisfactory work you do because you have something you see after you created something.
Yes, it's fun because in Brazil it's easy to has people working with you, so I can construct space and I can construct prototypes very soon, immediately. Not immediately, but takes a long time. But in terms of
I can see in 3D very, very fast the piece instead of planning just in the bidimensional.
and this gives us a lot of maturity to have a dialogue with big companies, as I told earlier before to you.
Somewhere I read that you like Oscar Niemeyer, which I like very much
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Why?
He's a guy who interprets Brazil, who gave modernity for the architecture in Brazil, and also he's
a poet also. I admire poets, people who are ahead of their time. For me, it's very important. I was born when Brasilia was being built, so I was used to seeing the magazines Life and National Geographic, those big skeletons constructed in the middle of nowhere.
He's a
stays
visionary
in
guy.
my mind that
Put Brazil in the map of the modern architecture.
Does contemporary art inspire you in a way?
Sure, not only contemporary art, fashion, music, movies, graphics, landscapes.
we try to make a fusion of all those aspects in our objects. We want to blend, and I guess today design there is no barriers between art, design, or fashion. Today is one thing, is one body only.
Is there something you would love to design but haven't already?
I would like to work with a poor community in Brazil to make a big garden, But since the base, to teach them how to be much more respectful to nature and gives us then self-esteem to make better their self-esteem, So I want them would like to, like a maestro, then they are going to choose the plants that they want to grow in this garden. It's something that I want to do in the future, in Brazil or in a poor community everywhere in the world.
I share the same opinion, but I would love to do an airplane, a transparent airplane.
A transparent one?
Yeah. It's a dreamy, but I love to fly. That's why. That's the reason.
That would be great because I love to sit in the aisle and not in the window.
And
So
you
I
can
would be also possible
able
for me
to
see.
to see all the paysage.
Yeah. How do you work together?
Humberto is more intuitive. As lawyer and changed completely the profession, he has a very heavy intuition inside his mind, and I'm more. I have more the how to polish his idea. But sometimes I have the idea and he polishes my idea. It's an exchange of functions and of activities inside our
It's
studio.
very organic, our
His-
relationship,
But he's 100% manual.
manual.
Manual. He loves to touch, to handcrafts, and I'm more with the drawings. I like to sketch. I like to draw. I like to do other things.
Do you have disputes sometime?
A
over
lot.
design?
That's why we are together 25 years. This is the secret, because we we discuss all the time. We argue. We do as brothers, as Italians, as Latin. So it's very warm the conversation.
What are you currently working on?
Next week we are opening the Guggenheim Theater, Museum Theater, the Peter and the Wolf Symphony. That is not. We are doing the scenography for all the symphony. They don't have actors playing, just the orchestra, a narrator, and the animals and personages that we are creating. So this is the next. The next thing is a big exhibition for Vitra Design Museum.
Created by Matthias Schwartz. It tells about the whole process of our work. And also we are renovating a hotel in Athens,
Downtown Athens,
Greece.
Greece.
It's a project that we have been working for 1 year and a half, but much more deeper, because we are involving young designers of Athens. They are going to construct the whole furniture of this old hotel. We ask them to keep all the furniture, so they are reprocessing all those elements. We kind of making a workshop inside the hotel where we do all the discussion. Once in a month we go to Athens to discuss all the projects that we want for the hotel. So it's very rich in terms of dialoguing with the young designers from Athens. We want to see what's the modernity of Athens today, in terms of architectural and as well as design.